This is your WW3 news. Well, I think everyone has heard about Stellantis. 25% losses on the Italian the stock exchange on last Friday, which was the 5th of Thursday, 5th of February. These are due to the fact all this ideology investing in EVs in the end turned out to be a boomerang on the car markets, because the punters that they don't want is iPads with batteries. They're expensive and they have other issues. What you usually do is the car makers, when it comes out with a new model or a new concept, they're always studying the market. But in this case, they undervaluate the situation. You can say thank you to the European Union and their directives or narratives which they're pushing, which is just destroying the motor industry in Europe. Intentionally or incompetence, the fact is the damage is done. And you open doors wide open for the Chinese competitors. And some say Stellantis is up shit creek, well, really bad shit creek. Because if they show you how bad the shape they are in now, what's really happening behind closed doors, what's the truth? The fact is, the situation's a lot more worse than want to tell you to. And obviously, as usual with Ukraine, to the Italian government for subsidies they had in the past and they had until now. Add on the losses, jobs, taxpayers' money, and a sector which, here in Italy, regarding the motor industry, has a very an importance for the economy. And going back to Brussels, you can say thank you to those non-elected officials, which they don't understand nothing about economy, or not even about the motor industry regarding Europe. This is an intentional suicide to destroy the motor industry here in Italy and in Europe as well. Probably the brands, the car makers will produce cars overseas. Europe is a dying market due to the economy. The products are very expensive and people tend to keep hold of to their actual cars, which are 10, 15 years old, even 20 years old. See, new cars, when you buy a car, new one, you think it won't give you problems. It's riddled full of electronic gremlins. It's destinated to it's a suicide, self-destruct. This is more intentionally. This thing is. And what type of effects it's going to have on other brands in Europe? Because betting on a losing horse EVs, whether they see it was coming or not, or due to incompetence, the damage is done regarding the future of these companies and the future jobs which are remaining here in Italy. I think it's a good excuse to close shop and open up somewhere else. That's what they usually do. And also all the problems various car manufacturers to meet these so-called ridiculous standards which the European Union imposes on car makers is just ruining the livelihood of these companies, basically. And like I said, putting in jeopardise the car industry itself in Europe.